What is going on, my Speedway family? So today we are going to be taking out this 2025 CVO Pan America. But first, let's take a look at this baby. That is one beautiful adventure bike. So this bike comes with the Revolution Max 1250 motor, putting out 150 horsepower and 95 foot-pounds of torque. It's going to have a running weight of 659 pounds, a seat height of 30.4 inches, a fuel capacity of 5.6 gallons. That's going to get you 46 miles per gallon. You've got a 120/70/19 front tire with a 170/60/17 rear tire. Between these hard cases, you're going to get a storage capacity of 120 liters. You've got inverted 47mm front forks that are electronically adjustable. And I don't know if you can see it down there, but you got a linkage mounted monoshock with automatic electronic preload in the back. And this bike does come with ABS, traction control, drag torque slip control, vehicle hold control, and cornering enhanced ABS with a lean angle sensing. So basically this bike has everything. You got LED lighting, you've got this beautiful display, you've got an adjustable windshield that you can adjust right here just by pressing down and up. I mean, honestly, I can't think of anything this bike doesn't have, but let's get her out on the road. All right, so we are out here and mounted up on the CVO Pan America. You're greeted to this beautiful display, to the CVO symbol. Real quick, we'll go over some of the controls here. Over here, it looks like a lot because it is, but you've got your buttons to be able to control your screen. You've got your menu option right there. You've got your home button. You have your turn signals mounted down here. Right here on the top, you have your heated grips. You also have your cruise control there, and you've got your options to cycle through the display. So on the display, you're going to get, let's start at the odometer and go through. You got your odometer right there. Then you're going to get your temperature, and then you're going to get your range, and then you're going to get your trip A, your trip B, and back to the odometer. So it's currently 63 degrees out here, which is doable. When you get moving, it gets a little cooler. Over here, you got your run and kill switch. You got your mode button to cycle through modes. So you're going to get rain mode, road mode, sport mode, off-road mode if you're going to take this baby in the dirt, which we're not going to do, and then you get some custom modes there. So we're going to go through rain, road, and sport today. All right, and then you get your volume control, your play and pause, your reverse and your forward. Then you got your traction control button down there, as well as your voice assistant button. Then you got your hazards right there. So what we're going to do now is get this girl cranked up and go for a ride. There we go. We are officially in rain mode. Let's do this. Now this bike does have the adaptive ride height on it. So as you get to moving, the bike is going to raise up, and when you stop, it'll lower it down a little bit so you can put your feet down. All right. So let's see how this CVO Pan America rides. Let's do it. So right now we are in rain mode, which I do consider a dual purpose mode. It's a great mode for newer riders, as well as if it's actually raining out. You definitely want to utilize that rain mode. The reason I say that is because rain mode is going to reduce your throttle response. When you roll on throttle, like I'm about to do here, it's not going to give it the amount of performance it typically would give you if you were in something like road or sport mode. So that's a great mode for newer riders or people who have not mastered throttle control on a motorcycle. So definitely utilize that rain mode, new riders, or utilize that rain mode. And we also got the heated grips here. Turn those on, get a little toasty. I've had those on before. They get quite hot. I don't want to do that today. This is plenty enough wind protection for my hands. All right, so what I'll do is I'm going to demonstrate how rain mode functions here. We're just going to roll on throttle and see what she puts out. All right, so we're going about 30 miles per hour. I'm gonna just roll on, and as you can see, it's just delivered really smoothly. You'll still be able to get up to speed and still get that power out, but it's not going to be anything that's going to like throw you in the back of the seat or just completely scare you to death if you're a newer rider. But it's a beautiful day today, kind of chilly. We're going to switch over to road mode. We are now in road mode. The cool thing is you can switch these modes while riding as well. All right, so in road mode, the bike feels really good. You're going to get your typical throttle response, and this is the mode that most people will stay in the majority of the time on the CVO Pan America. Of course, unless you're off-roading it or doing some hooligan sporty stuff. Now, we're going to talk about how the bike feels with me sitting on here. I am 6 feet tall, about 230 pounds, and the bike is extremely comfortable, I will say. My legs are directly below me to give you that sportier attack riding position or that adventure riding position, but it's really comfortable. It is surprisingly comfortable. The seat is comfortable. The bars are a little lower than I would like, but I feel like this is a good place for the bars when you are on an adventure bike. It's going to give you complete control over the motorcycle. What we're going to do here, because I am catching quite a bit of wind, is we're going to go ahead and raise that shield up. There we go. So you raise the shield up and you should get some wind deflection happening, which we'll see when we pull off here. It's super easy to activate that shield or to actuate that shield while riding as well, which is kind of cool. Oh yeah, this baby has some performance in it. You definitely feel that torque and performance coming out of the Pan America. Now that I've raised that window up, I am not catching nearly as much wind as I thought I would. All right, so we're gonna make a turn here. This bike is really comfortable, and while riding, you do feel it raise up just a tad bit. It's not super noticeable, but when you come to a stop, you can completely flat foot the bike. Well, at least I can. Now, as far as how the suspension feels, I'm gonna have to say this is probably one of the better feeling suspensions that I have felt this year. I'm not feeling absolutely any imperfections in the road. It still lets you feel connected to the road, but I'm not feeling any of these bumps, anything whatsoever. I just went over a bump on purpose to see if I could feel it, and I was not feeling that bump at all. Now, we do have storage back there as well, so if you're going to take a road trip or something, you got somewhere to pack some things away. I actually have a hat back there in one of the bags, and when you open those bags, it's ample storage. You got plenty of room, and they do lock. There's no way to leave them unlocked. In fact, you have to have your bags locked when you're on this bike, which is a good thing because you don't have to worry about someone rambling through your bags or looking to see what you got in there. You know that your belongings are well secured. I am loving having this windshield up. I'm not even hearing a lot of wind noise to my helmet right now, and the helmet I'm wearing is quite loud, but I'm not catching any wind to the head, so therefore it's reducing that wind noise that I typically would be getting right now. Yeah, and this part of my ride is quite bumpy typically, but I'm not really feeling any of these imperfections in the road. This is one smooth riding bike. So once we get up here and turn the corner, we will experience sport mode for a short period of time. I don't want to get too ridiculous in sport mode because again, this is a brand new motorcycle, but we are going to go ahead and experience a little bit of that power and performance that this CVO Pan Am can put out for you. There's quite a bit of traffic here today, but we're going to go ahead and jump on over into sport mode. So when we turn this corner, we will be in sport mode, and we will give it a test run in sport mode. All right, so we are now in sport mode. Let's see what she can do. Woo! Oh yeah, that girl will move. All right, we're gonna wait until we get up here and through the light, and we'll give it another blip to see what the bike can do in sport mode. All right, so I'm gonna let these cars get a little ways up from me, so that way I can accelerate some. So we're gonna jump over in a second and go. Woo! Whoa! Yeah, that thing will move. My goodness, my goodness. So sport mode is definitely a mode that will keep a smile on your face. So That might be the mode most people will spend the majority of their time in on this bike. This is a sporty adventure motorcycle that can do everything well, I'd say. You can tour on this bike, you can do some off-roading, you can do some sporty, spirited rides in the mountains. You can literally just do anything you want on this bike, and it's like a multi-purpose tool. Like, there's nothing you can't do with this machine. I don't spend a whole lot of time on the Pan Americas. I mean, I've been on the Pan America ST a few times. I've been on the Pan America Special. I believe this is like my second time on a CVO Pan Am, and I will have to say, for this short ride, I'm impressed with this machine. If you have not ridden one of these, I definitely will suggest you to experience this bike. They are on the demo trucks at times, so if you see a demo truck coming to your town or coming to Speedway Harley-Davidson and a CVO Pan America is on there, I'm gonna definitely suggest that you go and ride this bike, because while I'm impressed with it, you're not gonna know if this bike is for you unless you physically ride it. That's the great thing about Harley-Davidson. Harley-Davidson encourages people to ride their machines. They want you to experience these bikes. That's why they have so many demo trucks. That's why they're one of the only manufacturers where you can physically go into the dealership and say, hey, I want to take this bike out for a test ride, and you can do that. But we're going to go back here behind the Speedway and get some photos of this beauty. But I will have to say, this is one enjoyable ride on an amazing motorcycle. Comment in the comments below, have you experienced the CVO Pan America? And this is a really bumpy road right here. I mean, I'm feeling the bumps, but I can tell that this suspension is dampening it amazing. Like, this is probably one of the first bikes that I would say all you need to do is throw an exhaust on it. You don't need to mess with your suspension. The suspension is solid. Everything about this bike is just epic. Besides the exhaust note, we can do better. I'll just say it like that. We definitely need to upgrade this exhaust, and there are some options for you to upgrade that exhaust to get a better sound out of it. So I definitely suggest doing that if you pick up one of these. But other than that, you can just hop on this baby and ride. So we're going to pull over here, get some photos of the bike. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. As the 2026s roll out, we will be bringing you reviews of every single one of those models. So you're definitely going to want to be subscribed to the channel. Like this video and comment down below. What are your thoughts on the CVO Pan America? Let me hop off here and give you guys one more look of her. There she is. Look at this absolutely beautiful machine that rides even better than it looks. You've got to experience one of these motorcycles. But make sure you subscribe to the channel, give this video a big old thumbs up,